Hello and welcome to my channel. The news of the next standard banner rotation has just arrived and we are receiving bagpipe, and best DPS in the game passenger. Just kidding, no, passenger is currently very niche. Alongside we have Istina, Hung and Mayor as the rate up 5 stars. You should consider pulling on this banner only after you are satisfied with your results on the limited banner. First, the 6 stars. We have Bagpipe, a DP on kill vanguard that can burst down bosses with her skills. She is an extremely powerful vanguard to have. She might even be the best vanguard currently in game. Her trait also lets her gain 1 DP per kill, and with her module that is coming in the future, the DP gained becomes 2 per kill. Also, all DP will be refunded when retreating her from battle, unlike other operators from different classes. This is one of the few traits that does not have a drawback. Bagpipe is still relevant to this day and is commonly seen in CC stages, where she can solo kill a boss with some support. Bagpipe is definitely a good operator to own. Now moving on to Godsenger. Passenger is a caster from the chain caster archetype, which makes him suck already. The trait is that his attacks deal arts damage and jump to 4 other enemies at Elite 2. Each jump deals 15% less damage and inflicts a brief slow. The damage reduction is horrible, so much so that the devs had to buff this archetype's trait numerous times. Passenger will be receiving a module in the future, and that makes him somewhat playable and a character worth being a 6 star, but even so, he is not a priority to get. I got my Passenger on the 9th pull on his rate up banner in hopes of getting Todophones, who was having a rate up then. Ever since then, I've been calling him I just wanted a Todophones, but it is what it is. Moving on to the 5 stars, first we have Istina, a slow supporter. She specializes in increasing her own damage output while providing support to other operators. Her attacks deal arts damage and briefly slows enemies. Her skills can buff her attack speed, allowing a more consistent slow, and can greatly expand her attack range and makes Istina's attacks hit multiple enemies simultaneously, and has a good uptime. However, despite specializing in DPS, her DPS output is still quite low, making her somewhat niche to play with. Next, we have Hung, a healing defender. He can block enemies as well as provide some healing. His skills can provide a slight defense buff and increases healing received by allies, as well as providing some SP regeneration. However, his skills are both defensive recovery skills, meaning he'll gain SP only when an enemy attacks him. This makes charging his skills outside combat very difficult, and this interferes with his healing abilities, making him rather niche. If you want to use a healing defender, Neural is definitely the better option amongst the 5-star healing defenders. Lastly, we have Mayor. Mayor is a summoner supporter who can deploy robots across the battlefield. She is definitely a fun operator to play with, and when used correctly, she can deal decent damage as well as provide support and prevent leaks. Her skills can boost the summon's damage output, and her skill 2 even lets her recover the summons. However, the summons are considered as deployed units, which impacts the deployment limit, and if they are destroyed by enemies or retreated, they will not be recovered. Being from this archetype, she is extremely micromanagement intensive. Basically, you need the big brain to play her well. Also, her stats are one of the lowest in game, even at max level, making her rather weak. While Mayor is fun to play, she is not necessary for casual or new players. So, should you pull on this banner? To be honest, no bagpipe will be added to the gold cert shop during the banner's duration, so if you have saved up 180 gold certs, I would strongly recommend getting her from there. And that is all. Hope this video was helpful in giving a brief analysis of the new banner. I will be making similar content in the future, so please consider subscribing to stay tuned. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.